Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Romancing Saga Re-Universe. This is a mobile game that was recently released globally, developed by Akatsuki and Square Enix, and published by Square Enix. Now of course, I gotta tell you, Square Enix is sponsoring this video, and I know that's off-putting when we're sitting here talking about mobile games. If you follow my channel, you know that I've played mobile games quite a bit, and I've done content like this in the past, so just know that this video is paid for, but my opinions are still all my own. I chose to do the style of video you're about to watch because I've been enjoying playing it. So thank you to Square Enix for sponsoring it, and if you like what you see by the end of this video, there's a link in the description to download the game for free. That supports the sponsor, that supports the channel, or if you just want to learn more about it before making a decision, I'll include a link to about a 2-hour live stream that I did on the game as well. That being said, over the past couple of weeks that I've actually been playing it, I've learned a lot, but I feel like there's still definitely going to be things I miss or just details that it's going to take too long to get through in this video. So if there's any vets who have been playing it, who are more familiar with it, who can provide more insight, please, if anyone's asking a question in the comment section of the video below, or if you just like to add a little bit of commentary about it, please go down there and offer your insights. I encourage it. So first off, what is Romancing Saga? Well, it's actually an old school RPG franchise that first released back in 1992. Yeah, this franchise has been here for a while, and I'm surprised I haven't actually gotten around to playing any of them. Traditional turn-based combat, tons of units to collect, specifically here in Re-Universe, and frequent updates in the form of new stories, special events, and difficult challenges. Now, fortunately for any turn-based RPG enthusiasts, the gameplay loop is pretty simple here. You're going to make a party of 5 different units with all sorts of weapons and abilities, and then you're going to be taking them out onto various missions. You'll probably start with the story quests on the normal difficulty. There's a full Romancing Saga-esque story that's going to be expanding throughout updates, and that's going to teach you the basics of what you need to know, teach you all about enemy resistances, different elements, all the basics of an RPG that you'll probably understand already coming into this. Now, going out on any of these story missions or event missions are going to cost you stamina, and that's one thing I gotta knock against the game, as I'm someone who doesn't often like stopping once I've started playing. Fortunately, I've yet to hit a wall on stamina. It's never once been a resource that I've had to think about, but I can't speak for what it's going to be like when I get to the really hard difficulty stuff. So bear in mind, there are stamina refill potions, and it does overcap your stamina every time you rank up your account by actually going out and completing these various missions. So I've played it for 15-20 hours and haven't run into an issue yet, but I'm just letting you know that is the system that the game actually uses. So once you're actually out on missions and fighting enemies, you're probably going to notice that Romancing Saga does things a little bit differently in regards to your individual unit progression, specifically something that's a little more old school. For example, whenever you're actually out attacking enemies, you may occasionally get a little light bulb over your head. That could be you learning a brand new skill altogether. It could be a skill you already have ranking up, making it more powerful. And then on top of that, when the battle's actually over, on top of just getting experience points, you might just straight up gain attributes like health or strength or things like that, that just make your character outright stronger. It means there's a lot of room for growth just playing the game with the individual units and not worrying so much about the monetization pattern of the game, which we will be talking about later in this video. Now, after actually completing a mission, you'll hit the results screen, and there's all sorts of things that you're going to be seeing on these results screens depending on what kind of missions you're doing. Early on, it'll start off simple. You'll get some first-time completion bonuses, some jewels to go roll on some more units, or maybe like a B-tier equipment or some upgrade materials, something like that. But the more types of events you go out on, the more types of events you unlock, and the higher difficulties you get, the rewards start to get more and more escalated. You'll obtain more and more money, more and more style points. You'll be actually even potentially obtaining units from some of these quests and really high ranking equipment. So generally playing the game is the best way to advance your characters, and quite frankly, that's how it should be. I don't mind going through a stamina system and grinding out a ton of missions and then being like, did I get what I want, did I not, as opposed to, throwing money at the game. It's just my preferred method of actually progressing through a mobile game, and they definitely nailed that so far. Now, I mentioned style points, and that's the next thing about actually upgrading your characters. So EXP is basically called Style EXP, and when you get this, you go back to the dojo, and then you can actually level up the characters. This can give them permanent bonuses to that individual unit, or it can also give you mastery bonuses, which is basically mastery over a specific weapon type. But generally, what you need to know is you're going to be advancing characters with the Style EXP, regardless of what method you actually go about obtaining it, whether it's these long-time AFK expeditions missions, which allow you to basically level up while you're sleeping or while you're playing additionally to whatever missions you're actually doing. Training missions, which lets you get some pretty major stat boosts in the form of those random stat boosts we were talking about earlier, or just going out and doing maybe daily quests that give bonus EXP, or just playing and playing and playing. You're just going to be advancing your units by playing, and that's, again, the important thing. Now, I know that we've already kind of talked about it a little bit, but I want to hit on the monetization pattern of the game. Now, the ads specifically say free to play, not pay to win, and that, as we all know, is kind of a bold statement. Mobile games survive on monetization, in which you usually roll for something that is vital to progression, whether it be a unit or a weapon. And Romancing Saga is fairly generous when it comes to its premium currencies. It gives you a lot of them from the various missions, and they give you multiple ways to go about actually obtaining units that are actually free to play friendly. They can sometimes give you pieces for free from events. They sometimes give you units just from completing certain things. And there are also free draw tickets that you can, again, earn from events, which just lets you roll on units without having to spend a dime. They give you a free daily draw, and they even let you watch ads to earn more jewels on top of whatever you're getting daily. So I have a lot of jewels. I've barely played, and I have like 9 or 10 double S rank units. On top of that, I have a ton of S ranks and A ranks as well, and all of them are useful for reasons we'll go over momentarily, but thus far it has been incredibly free to play friendly, at least at my current point in the game. So that's one of the main reasons why I've been able to pour the number of hours into it that I actually have so far. Now, I did mention multiple tiers of units, and the way this actually works is you can have the same character across multiple different tiers of units. You have an A rank unit, an S rank unit, and a double S rank unit. The thing is, all of these units are actually useful and none of them go to waste, because if you have the same character across a different unit rank, then leveling any of them affects the stats of all of them. A great example is, let's say you have a double S rank unit. You know, it's a really strong unit and you've maxed it out, it's max level, you're all good on that front. But you don't have either the A or the S rank unit. Well, that character might be doing really good for you, but they can still be better. You can actually go get their A rank unit equivalent or their S rank unit equivalent if it's available, and then you can level those up, and then all of them will have their stats affected. This even makes some of the S and A rank units useful in different ways from the double S ranks, meaning no unit really goes to waste. So everything's constantly evolving your kit, your characters, and just making you stronger and stronger over time. Now, like I said, because I'm still kind of new to this, I won't have all the information. There's a ton of things I just won't get to in this video just for time's sake. Formations is one. There's all sorts of different formations you can arrange your 5 characters in that'll give them all sorts of different stats. Some of them will put all the attention towards one unit. Some of them will increase your stats that maybe it makes your archers better, and you can have them in the back row with a tank taking aggro for them, or maybe you've got one formation that's all frontline, and then of course you just maybe have a freestyle one where they can do whatever they want. It's going to be up to you to determine how to use these things in order to actually make the battle go your way, especially in the harder content. But then there's also things like inherited skills. There's going to be all sorts of different event missions like the spiral corridor and the daily training caves. There's so much. I was actually surprised at how many different options I've had and how quickly I've unlocked new features. So again, I'm still kind of picking this up. I'm still kind of learning it, but I am having fun with it. And that's why I'm doing this style video for my sponsored video. Because when I genuinely enjoy something, talking about it and explaining is the first thing I think to do. So I've been enjoying it. I don't know how you guys feel about, the video and about what you've seen here, but again, if you've enjoyed it, if you trust what I've said, or you just want to see for yourself, there is a link in the description. Again, thank you to Square Enix for sponsoring this video, and quite frankly, I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I have so far, and I hope I continue to enjoy it in my spare time. But with that, I'm going to shut my trap. I'm going to let you guys try the game out for yourself. Again, thank you to Square Enix for sponsoring this video. Again, please check the link in the description. It supports the sponsor. It supports the channel if you decide to use that link to download the game, and if you decide to try it out for yourself. But hopefully you enjoy it. And with that, I'm going to wrap things up. I will see you all in the next YouTube video. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.